Hi guys, welcome to the Wrestling Retrospective, and in today's video I want to talk about bringing a new authority into the WWE, and not like an authority figure like a on-screen boss like the GMs. I mean like think back to like 2013 to 2016 where we had the group The Authority. I want to make a new iteration of that, and I'm going to go through why I feel like it's necessary and who I'm going to have in it. So after a year almost of constant blame on Triple H and his booking and Cena's last show and the Saturday Night Main Event and the immediate backlash of that show, it got me kind of thinking about what they could possibly do with the heat on Triple H. Like, what if they brought the heat on Triple H onto TV? Like, I guarantee the crowds would boo the hell out of Triple H if he appears on TV like tomorrow on SmackDown. Oh no, it won't be SmackDown. As of time of recording, SmackDown is tomorrow, but SmackDown would have been like yesterday. So sorry about that confusion. But let's use and make quality TV and storylines out of the heat that the fans have with Triple H. And to do that, I want to have a new authority group led by Triple H. But by led, I mean like from backstage, not to be on TV all the time, because I know people get even more frustrated when he's taking up TV time, but just someone who's backstage. He comes out every so often, and yeah, like, I'm going to go through who's in it in a second, but I understand, you know what I mean, which is kind of Triple H leading it. You know he's behind it all, but he only shows up and plays a little bit of character on like the post-show to PLEs, but that's the kind of only time we see him unless it's absolutely necessary. But as far as members go, I want to start with the authority figure, the guy that's going to be on TV all the time, and I'm going to go for like a corrupt GM, and the GM I'm going to pick is Nick Aldis. Basically, I feel like he can play a heel very well, and I know he can. He's proven it in TNA when he played a kind of brash heel when he was Magnus, and I feel like he's kind of uncorruptible, so to have him then be corrupt would be really cool. And I feel like Adam Pearce is kind of a bit more goofy, and I find him much funnier than anything else. So I feel like I wouldn't be able to take him seriously as someone who's kind of under the thumb as the boss, whereas Nick Aldis I feel like would fit that role very well. Then I have the face to fear, which is kind of the leader or the face of the group who's on TV every week, and that I would have be Gunther. Like, arguably he's the biggest heel in the company right now after retiring John Cena and the way all that went down. And yeah, I feel like he's a great leader. He's a massive arsehole. You know, we saw him as the leader of Imperium and he did quite well there, but imagine having like a full, almost like a mega group behind him and him leading them forward. I feel like would fit him really well. You have the cocky prick heel, which I feel like fits no one better than Ethan Page. And yeah, I just have him play the character he is now, just on a bigger scale. I feel like you don't even need to change what he's doing with Chelsea Green. She can kind of be in and out of it, but again, she's kind of a bit of a comedy character, so I wouldn't have it in it the whole time. So I feel like people wouldn't want to see her change to a way more serious character. She's kind of found a good medium with what she's doing, so I wouldn't have her join as well. But I feel like he would be fantastic to watch and kind of the perfect kind of heel to have within this group. We have the Woman of Wisdom. Now, at first, when I thought about women coming into this group, I thought at first Rhea Ripley. She's one of the girls that Triple H has a big investment in, that we know she's one of Triple H's favourites. But I feel like having an emo alt girl in a serious group like this might be a little bit confusing and wouldn't really work that well. I thought maybe Jade Cargill could do it, but I've actually fallen on Charlotte Flair being the woman in the group, because I feel like she's kind of the veteran of the group, if you will, behind obviously Triple H and Nick Aldis, but the veteran as on screen and someone who can control the women's division. We've seen her do it before, and I kind of have her go back to how she was back in like 2021 when she was just an absolute prick all the time, and I feel like that would fit her quite well. She's just a massive bitch, and yeah, it would work quite well, I think, in my opinion. We have the sellout team. I feel like with all these groups, you've got to have a group or a person that sells out to this group. So you had Seth Rollins in the original Authority. Here, I'm going to have it be a team, and I'm going to have it be the Street Profits. I feel like they would be a fan favourites, kind of them selling out. You get the big reactions and the big heels, the big heat from that. And also, they want to be more serious. They want to be taken more seriously. They want to get back to championship gold. They tried to do a very similar thing when they were with Bobby Lashley, but it didn't quite work out, especially when Bobby Lashley left, and then they went back to kind of doing what they were before. And they keep they keep teasing a split, and I understand that, but I feel like that would be a massive mistake at this point. I feel like the time for their split has kind of come and gone. So now, why not have them be in a group, have them be under Triple H's thumb? We know that Triple H likes them both because he built them well in NXT. And yeah, I feel like they would fit quite well into the group. And then for my final guy, I have the new face slash the fall guy. What I can only describe as the JD McDonough of the group, the guy who always gets beaten up by the faces that they are going up against. And I'm going to have that be a maybe surprising figure in Nico Vance. And the reason I choose Nico Vance is because he has a very similar look to Bron Breakker, in my opinion. He has a good build and a good aesthetic. I feel like he's someone the fans could definitely get behind and see becoming a mid-card to upper mid-card to main eventer in the very far future. And someone that, you know, they could have as the kind of, I don't know how to put it, it's just like the guy that people get behind when we finally want to bring this group and kind of tie it up and bring it to an end. He can be the breakout star of the group. He turns on them. He's kind of, yeah, I don't know. There's I can't think of an example right now, but he's the guy that kind of ends up being the big baby face coming out of the group because he's been abused within the group for so long. And yeah, I feel like there will be a lot of investment within him after this. Also, as I said the last person, but I completely forgot to add this person to my notes. I would also add in Rusev. He has connections to the former Authority. He was in the Survivor Series Team Authority match, but also he would make a good muscle within the group. You could have him maybe win the Intercontinental United States Championship and kind of control the mid-card division as kind of this massive guy who no one can ever defeat. So I feel like would fit him quite well. Rusev's booking has kind of been on and off recently, but I feel like having him as this unbeatable guy would fit him really, really well. And yeah, he'd make a good muscle for the group. He can just beat up everybody, and I feel like he'd very much enjoy that. He has the submission to kind of go along with that as well. Yeah, I said Rusev would be an ideal fit for this, as Triple H brought him back for a reason. Why not have him within this group? But yeah, do let me know what you think of this idea. Who would you have in it instead if you were to maybe take out someone I put in and add someone in, you know what I mean? And yeah, as I say, I'm interested to get people's opinions on whether or not it would be a good idea to take advantage of the heat that Triple H has by making him a heel on screen and having him build a new authority. But yeah, so do like the video if you enjoyed it. Do subscribe. There's lots of other stuff coming up. A couple of days ago, I brought out a video talking about the lost start of the tag team divisions in WWE, AEW, and TNA, and how things can be improved. And coming up, we've got coverage of AEW World's End. There's going to be a champion, a video similar to what I've done recently with WWE, where I'm going to take each championship and go through 5 people I want to see win each championship in AEW, as well as some end of year stuff in a few weeks as well. So do look out for that. But thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.